Shavua Tov, everyone. Welcome to week number 74 in our Tellers Tells WhatsApp Saturday Night Stories group. I adapted and supplemented this story from the book Stories My Grandfather Told Me. Its title is Three Precious Gifts. When Rabbi Moshe-Leib of Sassov was to begin his journey back to his hometown, he took leave of his Rebbe, Rebbe Shmelke of Nikolsburg. The Rebbe gave him three gifts: a loaf of bread, a coin, and his own white silk robe. "You'll understand soon enough what to do with them," the Rebbe said, as he saw Moshe-Leib off with his blessing. Rabbi Shmelke Horowitz of Nikolsburg was a major disciple of the Maggid of Mezrich, along with his younger brother, Rabbi Pinchas, who became the chief rabbi of Frankfurt. Many of the leading rabbis in Poland and Galicia, such as Rabbi Moshe-Leib of Sassov in this story, were originally his disciples. Rabbi Moshe-Leib, while on the robe, passed the large estate of a poritz, a wealthy Gentile landowner. From a pit that had been hollowed out near the entrance, he heard a bitter wailing. Rabbi Moshe-Leib peered inside and found a Jew from the village there, a tenant who had leased the landlord's inn. The Jew was crying with hunger. He had neither eaten nor drank for 3 days. Unable to pay his debts to the landlord, the man had been hurled into the pit by the furious parts, with the warning that if he did not pay what he had owed, or have somebody pay for him, he would be left there to die of starvation and cold. Rabbi Moshe-Leib's heart nearly broke with pity. He threw in the loaf of bread for the man to eat. Then he approached the entrance to the mansion and asked the guards standing there for permission to speak with their master. The guards described Rabbi Moshe-Leib to the poritz as a man of tall stature with a handsome face that radiated light and goodwill. Curious as to what business such a man might have with him, the poritz granted him an audience. Moshe-Leib came to the point at once, asking that the poor Jew be released. The poritz raised his voice in wrath. "And do you really think I will overlook what is owed me?" With no other option, Rabbi Moshe-Leib offered the single coin he possessed, his Rebbe's gift. The poor was even more furious at this meager present, and hit Rabbi Moshe-Leib with his stick. This was a signal to the poritz's servant to seize Rabbi Moshe-Leib and throw him out. To add insult to injury, they set their master's dogs on him. They were large, ferocious dogs that patrolled the courtyard and attacked unwanted visitors. To the servant's wonder, the dogs circled Rabbi Moshe-Leib, but did not touch him. They ran to tell their master, and the gentle came out to see for himself. Still, he remained unmoved. "It's obvious that this is no ordinary Jew," he admitted, "but let's give him one more test. If he passes it, I will set him free, and also the Jew in the pit whose liberty he requested." What was the test? The poritz ordered his servants to throw Moshe-Leib into a cage containing a pack of snarling, meat-eating wolves who had been left hungry. Rabbi Moshe-Leib saw that the danger was very great. The wolves would tear apart and devour anything that came near them. Suddenly he remembered something his Rebbe had told him. Rabbi Shmelke had once explained that all wild creatures fear and dread a Jew who has not damaged his Stelem Elokim, his godly image. Even ferocious wolves would not harm such a man. In the parsha we read today, this is what Cain was worried about, because he had destroyed his Stelem Elokim. Calmly, Rabbi Moshe-Leib put on the white silk robe that his Rebbe had given him before they parted. The wolves backed away from him and cringed at the back of the cage, and there they stayed. When the poritz's servants saw this, they were truly shocked and amazed. They ran to fetch their master so that he might witness the miracle with his own eyes. Seeing Rabbi Moshe-Leib and the wolves in the cage, the poritz immediately issued an order that he be freed. He bowed to the tzaddik, saying, "Now I know that you are truly a man of God. I will fulfill your every wish." The Jewish tenant was helped out of the pit where he had languished for 3 days. Moreover, at Rabbi Moshe-Leib's request, the poritz vowed never to punish any Jewish tenant again in this manner.